Even with the year that was, horror fans still head to theaters to soak up some blood and guts.
Spiral being #1 in the box office for 2 weeks in a row, I guess, is testament to that.
Yeah, and Darren Bousman had a lot to say about that and about the making of his 4th flick he's directed in the Saw franchise.
Hello, Detective Banks. Do you know where your officers are?
I left doing the Saw movies about 15 years ago. I did not want to be the guy that jumped the shark or ruined the Saw franchise, so I left after Saw 4, where I had 3 #1 hits. And so there's always this nervousness coming back in, you know, that you don't want to come back out and no one goes and sees it. It's an amazing feeling to wake up and find out that we were back at #1 again.
Jigsaw?
Wait, I thought the Jigsaw Killer was dead.
He is.
Chris and I became friends very quickly. He was always very respectful to me and never wanted to overstep, but he would always give me suggestions. And I remember one time we were shooting a scene that was supposed to be in an AA meeting, and it took place down in a basement. The scene was all set up, the cameras were set up, the actors were there, the lights were there, and Chris steps in, and he looks at the room, and he goes, "Hey, let me see you for a second," and calls me outside. And he goes, "Are you sure this is where you want to film it?" And I was like, "Yeah, this is what was written in the script." And he goes, "Can I show you something?" And we walk upstairs and walk through a quad and into this huge church. And he goes, "You should do it in here." And I was like, "Chris, there is no way a church is going to let me film part of a Saw movie in here." He goes, "Give me a second." And you see him walk over and he talks to somebody and he comes back and says, "They'll let you shoot here." And so we picked up the entire camera stuff and moved it to this church, which is in the movie now, which you'll see. Having his eye on things and his perspective on things was instrumental to having the movie that we have now. So it was an awesome experience for me.
Jigsaw copycat. This is gonna go sideways fast.
Horror films give us that escape and allows us to put ourselves in the position of characters. Horror to me allows me to deal with my own things going on inside my own head. It forces me to face things, the darker side of things. And it allows me to be a better person, a better father, a better husband, because it's not kept away and locked away.
Hello, Detective Banks.
And Spiral is doing pretty well, still on top of the box office in its 2nd week in theaters, pushing the franchise as a whole over the $1 billion mark. I don't think it's going to stay on top, not with the likes of A Quiet Place Part 2 and Disney's Cruella opening this coming weekend. In the meantime, Dan, I know this isn't normally your kind of movie,
No.
but you heard it here first. You can be a better husband, father, and a better person. Go see Spiral.
It'll make me better.
That's what he said.
I'll be interested to know how. Right now, I'm kind of naive to how that would help, but
Why would the
Not
director
sure.
of the movie lie to me and say it makes you a
I don't
better
know.
person? Come on.
I don't know. I've not seen any in the franchise, so really, I'm still ignorant.
I didn't know. Yeah, they are all about just helping
Yeah.
people. They're self-help movies.
That's right. That's what they are. They're self-help
Helping them
movies.
out of traps.
I can't watch things like that. I mean, this is honestly how I watch movies like that. So if I can pay just for one slit between my fingers, you know, that's cool. I'll pay like 50 cents.
I am very
that's what I'm
curious
saying.
what they're going to do with this is obviously going to have another sequel with the 10th installment. How do they top all this stuff they've done? I don't know.
They don't care. They just want to make money, as long as it's making money.